We don't go anywhere together.
We just went to Ann Arbor together.
To Ann Arbor. To the Michigan Notre Dame game. You think screaming drunk kids and leprechauns doing backflips, that's fun. That's fun for me. Come on, man. I did that for you. How do you show up for me?
I'm up on the bus every goddamn day for you.
Come on.
I'm busting my ass to be the best tour guide in the damn city so I can make enough money to support both of us, and hopefully you won't have to work one day.
I want to work.
All I ask, Brooke, is that you show a little bit of appreciation, that I just get 20 minutes to relax when I come home instead of being attacked with questions and nagged the whole day.
You think that I nag you?
That's all you do! All you do is nag me. The bathroom's a mess. Your belt doesn't match. Hey, Gil, you should probably go work out. Nothing I ever do is ever good enough. I just want to be left the hell alone.
Marriage looks lovely, don't it? Actually, these two right here that you just saw, this couple, they're not married. This is from a movie where the premise is they never get married, they just stay single, but they do all the fun, cool stuff, and eventually the girl pressures him to get married and have a kid and settle down and all that stuff. I watched this movie a long time ago. Why? Because this had a lot of red pill scenes. And why am I using a movie scene to compare a real life marriage situation? Are you even, like, how dumb are you to ask that question? Because I know this question is going to come up. You guys literally form your entire idea about romance, love, marriage, relationships, what boyfriend, girlfriend should be like, what a girlfriend and boyfriend should be doing for each other, everything. What you should be doing with your finances. You design and form your entire life based on what you see on Hollywood. So why the fuck would I not be comparing marriage on a movie and relationships on a movie to real life when literally they resemble each other? Anyways. And also, the other answer to that is that I don't have CCTV cameras set up in every single married dude's house to capture what's going on behind closed doors in this relationship. But if you're married and or had a relationship with any woman, you know this is what it turns out to eventually. And when I say relationship, I mean longer than 6 months. By that point, you're going to see something along this line. I promise you that. This right here is what I call first world problems. This is how ungrateful y'all bitches are. You have any idea what women are going through in third world countries or developing countries? Any idea at all? You're worried about going here, going there. Bitch, shut the fuck up. The fact that I'm even bringing the money home, and the fact that we have a house over our head, a roof over our head, will literally melt most chicks around the world, except in the West, right? That's not enough for a woman to win her heart, right? Fuck that shit. That's what I say to that. Oh, it's not enough to win you over when I'm buying this $400,000 or $500,000 house, probably $1 million house in some other locations in the country, in the places, and it's still not enough to make you happy, huh? I told you guys this, fellas. It's never enough to make women happy. So don't even worry about making them happy. Do what makes you happy. And if she don't like it, hey baby, kick rocks. Because I promise you, some bitch will. Some chick definitely will. And they will be grateful enough. I promise you that. Usually, for the most part, those chicks are gonna be younger. Just letting you know that. So for those of you power couple dumbasses who come in here and say, oh, I'm gonna find a chick after I graduate college and settle down or on my age. She's gonna understand what I've been through now. It's gonna be hell and back for you in a relationship. This is just a small example, this clip I just showed you. But this is the reality of most married men, if not all married men. I don't want to say all, because I know there's some great wives out there. Very, very few and far between. I know that number, probably less than 1%. But they still exist, right? That's why I would not say one. But most of them, literally 99.9% of marriages, this is the reality. Oh, Zeke, only 50% of marriages end in divorce. The other 50% doesn't, so they're successful. No, the fuck they're not. The other 50% of marriages look like this. What I just showed you, this clip right here. You know, it blows my mind away that these poor ass countries around the world don't even think about divorce or splitting up. It's like the ride or die concept, the phrase ride or die came from the West, but it resonates more with the eastern side of the world, with the people from the eastern side of the world, from poor countries. Even though the rich countries came up with this idea, ride or die. You guys don't even know what that means, but you came up with it. If you want to see what true ride or die looks like, go to any poor country. And you guys know what that is, right? It's because the women over there don't have any choices, any better options. And it's also looked very frowned upon. It's looked really bad. Looked down really bad if you get divorced. Looks worse on the woman than the man, but that's a culture shock. It's a different culture there. I understand that. You have an argument over there. But if you try to bring that argument over here that, oh yeah, those women don't have, those poor women, that's how these dumb bitches on the West try to frame it. Those poor women in the East don't have the options that we empowered women have in the West. So they're being abused and they're just tolerating it. No, the fuck they're not. Do you have any idea how much most men love their wives around the world? This narrative that you guys see and hear about that, oh, people are just beating their wives everywhere in poor countries. Men are doing this, men are dogs, this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's not the norm. I came from a poor third world country. That's how I know. That is not the norm. I promise you that. Most dudes love their wives and take care of their wives. The wife reciprocates the same energy as well. Now, obviously, if the dude is acting like a bitch and he's not doing what he's supposed to, meaning not bringing the bacon home, yeah, the woman's gonna be in her masculine energy then. Oh, well, I don't need your bacon. I'm making my own money. That's what these Western houses gonna say, right? And that's a problem. You have the options, and you're just like me now. You act like me, you talk like me, you fuck like me, as much as you can, and as much as you want. Why? Like, no, duh. The relationship is not gonna work in the West. You're just like me. We both have masculine energy. Obviously, this shit ain't gonna work. You need a yin and a yang, right? Yin and a yang. That's what you need. With the same type of energy, it's not gonna last. No relationship is going to last. And the ones that don't end up in divorce are gonna last like this. Miserable. That's the type of shit that pisses me off when I see bitches act like this. We don't do this. Bitch, shut the fuck. Go do your own thing. I just had a voice crack. Go do your own thing, dumb hoe. My job here is not to make you happy. My job here is to make sure that we have a family legacy, first of all, and also to make sure that I can pass that family legacy down to the next generation. You guys do realize that, right? That is the primary responsibilities and duties in a marriage. It's not about you, your happiness, your feeling good or any of that bullshit. It's about the children, the family legacy. That's the main point of marriage. Everything else is just a bonus. And that's why arranged marriages last a lot longer and are a lot more successful than love marriages. Because love marriages start with emotions. Arranged marriages start with logic. What's the logic? Both parties know, both parties and their families know that we're doing this because of the legacy, because of the future generation. If we fall in love after that, sure. If not, that's cool too. We're gonna make it work. He's gonna do his part, I'm gonna do my part. No bitching, moaning, complaining in the middle. We're gonna have kids. Kids are gonna grow up knowing how life works, how this world works, how to make money, how to navigate their lives throughout in this world, all that bullshit, right? And after that, we're gonna die one day. We're gonna be taken care of our entire life. We're not gonna live like peasants and heathens. There's values there. There's tradition there. Why? Because everybody understands that this is a business transaction. Marriage is a business transaction. You cannot do business or investment with emotions. That's one of the number one laws of investment. I forgot the investor, the rich guy who quoted this, but he said, you can look it up on your own. He said, take your emotions out of your investments. You cannot invest with emotions. My real estate, when I buy properties, I take all my emotions out of that. The property looks nice, great, it's in a great location. I'm gonna look really good living in this property, or I might have really good high-end tenants living in this property. That's a flex on me, right? That's coming from an emotional standpoint. I take that shit out. It's all about numbers. How much does it cost? How much loan do I have to take? What's the mortgage? What's the rate, interest rate? How much I'm gonna have to spend on taxes and maintenance? How much I'm gonna get out of rent? What my profit margin is? How much cash flow I'm gonna get? It's just nothing but numbers. Pure logic. That's how business and investments work. Emotions can be developed later down the road. But you dumbasses get stuck in your 20s proposing to hoes just because she got a nice booty and she sucked your dick off a little bit better than any other bitch that ever did in your life. And you put a ring on her just because of that. Oh, bro, I think I found the one. Why? What makes her the one? Tell me 5 qualities that she has that the next 50 basic bimbos don't. I'll wait. Just 5. You can't even name 1 or 2. The only reason why you have this one-itis is because you have not had enough experience with enough chicks. So you still think they're special, and they're not, and they're different from one to the other. They're literally fucking carbon copies of each other. Even in the east side of the world, all these women, yeah, they all have good moral values. Why? Because they all grew up by the same patriarchy. That's what, they're also all carbon copies of each other. There ain't nothing special about it. All you gotta do is find a pretty one from a region where the traditional values are still there and make babies with her. That's the only thing that sets her apart, is her good looks. Which most likely will also guarantee good-looking children. Again, going back to the legacy, to the next generation, to the duties and responsibilities. That's what marriage is about. That's what a relationship is about. Duties and responsibilities. Otherwise, just have a harem of women. Just do your roster, do your rotation, casually date. That's it. As a guy, obviously, this message is not for women. You guys already know what message I have for y'all ladies. Anyways, I hope this one made sense. Follow me on Instagram at ZeekPeak00. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit you up on the Cash App with $sign ZeekPeak. Add me on Snapchat, ZeekPeak_00. And I'll see you boys on the next one.